What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It is Rowan here with RQ Airsoft, and for you today I have a review on the EMG Salient Arms International 2011 training weapon. Beginning with the box, we have the Salient Arms logo there. On one side we have it again. We have the specs of the pistol along with the EMG logo there, so it's the CO2 type and made in Taiwan. All of the warnings here on the back. You can pause to read if you would like, although I doubt anybody is going to want to do that. And then on this side here, we just have the EMG logo and nothing else. So yeah, nothing too exciting on the box, but that's standard with just about every Salient Arms pistol. They keep it very sleek, very simple, but it definitely gets the point across. Once you open the box, you get your little card here, which has the maker, the model, and the UPC of your gun. The Salient Arms logo there, what gun you have again, and then the officially licensed thing. And then on the back of that, it is the EMG logo there. You can see that. And then this is a QR code that you can scan for instructions, or you can visit that website right there. Okay. Now do make sure that if you get this gun to check underneath this plastic here, because that's where that card is. Then you get your magazine, either CO2 or green gas, whatever is specified on the outside of your box. And then certainly last but not least, you get the gun itself. Starting with the magazine, it is a 30 round double stacked mag. Pretty standard with most high capas now. On the bottom here, we have the Salient Arms logo on the silver colored base plate. Very, very nice quality down there. And also down there is your CO2 compartment, and then to access that, you just have to put your fingernail right in that groove there, slide forward, and your base plate pops right off. And then that reveals the compartment to put your CO2 in, which looks great. I find it very interesting that they use a finger tighten method rather than an Allen key. Most companies now use Allen keys, so I do definitely find that interesting. I don't know what would be better. I know it is very annoying to carry Allen keys on the field, but I'm also sure that there's no way you would be able to tighten this with like full finger gloves. So I'm sure there's pros and cons to both, but this is the one that this includes. All in all, though, very, very nice quality. It is that nice chrome or silver color. Very nice. Then to get the base plate back on, you just slide it back on the rails like that. Get your fingernail back in there and pop it right on, and it locks right into place. Very simple, very, very nice mag. There's the top of it and the back side of it. Again, all of Salient Arms mags are very nice quality, so it is what I expect. Moving on to the gun itself, starting on this side up at the front, we have the orange tip, which I'm sure with just some hot water or heat and some pliers, it'll pop right off. Then right here is a neon green fiber optic sight, which looks fantastic. Some cutouts in the slide right there and right there. On the bottom is a pretty sad looking rail system. I'm not even sure if you can call it a rail system. There's only one cutout, so I'm not exactly sure what you could put there. Then right here is the laser engraved Salient Arms International trademarks, which always look fantastic. Right there is just your main Taiwan sticker. Obviously, you can pull that right off. There is the slide catch right there with a small little cutout in it. Down here is the trigger, which has like a rounded triangle cutout look to it. Looks very, very good. Right in there are the holes used to adjust the length of your trigger pull. Moving back, we have the rear sight. Again, the cutouts there, as I stated before. And then the two safeties, the one in the back here that has to be pressed forward in order to pull the trigger, and then your standard trigger, or your standard safety, which in order to work, the slide has to be racked, the hammer has to be back, and then you just pop the safety right up like that. Obviously, it doesn't allow you to pull the trigger. Just pull it down and pull the trigger. Down here is the grips, which are stippled very nicely. Has the Salient Arms logo there, obviously the two screws to hold it into place. The mag release, and then the front and back of the grip are also stippled, which give a really, really comfortable feel to the gun and allows you for a lot of grip. Flipping the gun around, we have a very similar look, obviously, to the other side. The grips and trigger are the exact same. There's the back of the mag release and the back of the slide catch. Over here, it is an ambi safety, as you can see, so it's great for all the lefties out there. Underneath of that, it says Salient Arms International, Las Vegas, Nevada. Looks great. Right there and right there are also 2 laser engravings. Obviously, that's the logo, and that's just the word Salient. Up here, I love this. It's like that gold-plated look. Obviously, it's not really gold-plated. I wish it was, but it's just made to look like that, and I think they do a really, really good job on that. I always love that. I especially love the way it looks with the silver and the black. I think overall, very, very good combination there. Down here is a serial number. Right here is more of those cutouts. Obviously, the fiber optic sight and the orange tip, just as on the other side. Racking the slide back reveals the outer barrel. And I've stated before, I'm not a huge fan of these outer barrels. I really don't like them. I just think that they look cheap. I don't think that the gold looks as good as the gold right there. I think there's a huge difference. But it's not like you see the outer barrel much. So obviously not too big of a deal, but just personally, I'm not a huge fan of it. All in all, I'm very pleased with the build quality of this gun. I think EMG and Salient Arms did a fantastic job on it. It feels great in the hand. It's not too light. It's not too heavy. Now, I did forget to mention that the entirety of this gun is metal. The only part that is polymer are the grips right here. Now, this is one of the most expensive high capas they do have to offer. It retails for $230 on Evike. So you do pay a much more premium price for the metal lower. I know some of their other pistols, one of them I've reviewed in the past, have polymer lowers. So it's all up to the person, people have preferences, but obviously you do pay a bit more to get that nice metal lower. But again, very pleased with the build quality. I think they did a fantastic job on it. But without further ado, let's crack open this slide and see what the internals are like. Beginning here with the lower, nothing too exciting here. There's obviously your hammer and trigger unit, just about nothing else. They do put some grease on it, so that's good. You don't have to worry about greasing it right out of the box. Then here is the upper, which the high kappa uppers from EMG and Salient Arms are the exact same on all those pistols. They just changed the color of them. So if you watched my review probably a couple years ago now at this point of that other Salient Arms pistol I had, it is the exact same internals. We have the spring guide rod right there, the Hopup unit and wheel right there, with some nice bumps in it so you can fine tune it. There's the red nozzle, obviously to match the wheel right there. In here is the gold plated looking Hopup unit and the outer barrel right there, and you can see some grease right there. You can also see the color distinction, what I was talking about between like the cheaper looking gold and the better looking gold. And then they just put one spacer right there. So all in all, great internals. They will last you a very long time, definitely. Nothing really to complain about there. They're standard to be expected from, an EMG gun. Thank you all for tuning into the video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check the description box below with all of the specific stats on this gun if you would like to read up more on it. I will also have a link down there to purchase this exact one right here. I'm selling it on my eBay and on my Hopup page. Make sure to go check me out on Instagram at RQ Airsoft. I post a lot more frequently on there than I do here on the YouTube channel. But without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.